Good day, fish tankers. AI, artificial intelligence. Do you guys use it? Don't you use it? I'm not really a huge user myself. I don't trust it 100%. How do you get your fish keeping information? You get it from YouTube, watching people like me. Do you go like we did in the olden days and read books? I still actually like doing that. That's how I got a lot of my information. Do you get it from other fish keepers? Do you get it through online groups on Facebook or WhatsApp? I think one always has to be a bit careful because I'm a member of several of these groups, and I've seen, especially on the very big groups, the international groups, so to speak, I've seen some very bad advice handed down by well-meaning people who see a question or a situation and just want to help, but they don't have enough knowledge or not experienced enough, and they give them bad advice. But I've also seen some really, really good advice in these groups as well. But would using AI be a better option? Now, we all know ChatGPT, but now I've noticed in my WhatsApp feed on Facebook Messenger as well, in the top bar here, you have this little circle emblem and you have Meta AI. So I thought, let's test it out and let's see how good it is with answering fish keeping related queries. If you're interested in that, then stick around. Okay, fish tankers, we're back, and I'm going to use my partner's phone because obviously I'm using my phone to film this. And I'm going to ask you on WhatsApp, I'm going to ask Meta AI about, let's just put in aquarium setup and maintenance, and see what it throws out. It's working here, setting up and maintaining an aquarium, and it's typing. Alright, setting up an aquarium. Choose the right tank. Select the tank that fits your space and experience level. Consider size, shape and material, glass or acrylic. 2. Select equipment, filter, mechanical, biological or combination. Heater if necessary, thermometer, lighting, LED, T5 or T8. Gravel or substrate, decorations, plants, rocks, driftwood, water treatments, dechlorinator, pH test kit. Select fish, research, compatible species considering size, temperament and water requirements. 4. Cycle the tank, at least they say that. Allow the tank to establish beneficial bacteria before introducing fish. 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, not too bad. Maintenance schedule, daily, feed fish, monitor water temperature, check water level, top up as needed. Can't argue too much with that. And then weekly water changes. Replace 10 to 20% of tank water with dechlorinated water. We know it's different with every aquarium you have and what kind of fish you have, or whether it's a planted tank and whatever. But that's a general good rule of thumb. I think that's a good thing to tell a beginner. It'll sort of cover most. Clean gravel, siphon debris and waste. Check filter. Clean or replace media as recommended. You know, you guys, I always have this bugbear. You know, don't replace all your filter media at once. Wash it in old tank water. You know, it's not as specific as that. So there's one little place where you can go wrong. Monitor water parameters, test pH, ammonia, nitrate and nitrate levels. Bi-weekly clean glass, trim plants, monthly replace filter media, follow manufacturer's instructions. Not good. That's one big mistake that all beginners, or not all, but many beginners make, and you destroy your tank. So that bit I don't like. Check heater, clean decorations, check water circulation. This is now quarterly. Additional tips: avoid overstocking, perform regular water tests, maintain a stable environment, keep an aquarium journal. Not bad at all. Common aquarium setup mistakes: insufficient cycling, overstocking, inadequate filtration, poor water circulation, inconsistent maintenance. Aquarium types: freshwater, saltwater, brackish, cold water. And there's some online forums here: Aquarium Co-op or the Aquarium Guide books. Okay, not bad, not bad. I think all in all, it's pretty solid, gives you a general idea. I just don't like this bit about replacing filter media, you know. It's a little bit too general, you know. You replace a bit of mechanical media if you have a biological filter and all that. That's okay, but not that one bit worries me a bit. So far, not too bad, not perfect. Let's just put in aquarium maintenance tips and see what we got. Hard to hit the right buttons. And there it goes. All right. Water quality, same thing, regular water changes. Use water conditioner to remove chlorine and chloramines. Perform partial water changes during cleaning. Here again, cleaning. Clean gravel and decorations regularly. Use magnetic algae scraper. Replace filter media as recommended. So you've got to hope that on that filter's instructions it'll tell you, and usually then they have their own cartridges. You have to hope that it tells you on the instructions, you know, just replace the cartridges alternatively or something like that. That's a dangerous little gap there. Equipment. All solid, check heater function, ensure proper water circulation and flow, replace light bulbs, tubes, clean protein schema if applicable. Biological balance, maintain proper fish stocking levels, avoid overfeeding, monitor beneficial bacteria levels. Monitor beneficial bacteria levels. How do you do that? Well, if there's no ammonia or nitrite, I suppose, but it's a little bit general. It might be confusing for a beginner. Good tips, keep aquarium away from direct sunlight, avoid placing aquarium near drafty areas, maintain consistent water temperature, daily tasks, weekly tasks is all broken up here like the original question. Common mistakes to avoid: overstocking, insufficient water changes, poor filtration, ignoring water parameter issues, water test kits, gravel vacuum, magnetic algae scraper, recommended tools now here, not bad. Let's put in here, what is the nitrogen cycle in the aquarium? Okay, and what is the nitrogen cycle in an aquarium? There it goes. Nitrogen cycle in an aquarium is a vital process that converts toxic ammonia from fish waste and decaying organic matter into harmless nitrates. This involves beneficial bacteria that colonizes aquarium's filter, substrate and decorations. The steps: ammonia production. Fish excrete ammonia through their waste, and decaying food and plant matter release ammonia. Beneficial bacteria, nitrosomonas species, convert ammonia into nitrite, NO2. Nitrobacter bacteria converts nitrite, NO2, into NO3. Nitrate removal is removed through water changes, plant uptake, denitrification. Anaerobic bacteria break down nitrate. Doesn't really tell you how, but this is a basic thing, right? So you don't expect them to go into anoxic filtration and deep substrates and things like that. That would be a bit of an unreasonable ask. Okay, cycling process. Initial cycle, allow the aquarium to establish the beneficial bacteria. Seed the tank, add beneficial bacteria supplements or media from an established tank. Pretty solid. Track ammonia, nitrite and nitrate levels. Avoid adding fish until the cycle is complete. Factors affecting the nitrogen cycle: temperature, pH, water flow, beneficial bacteria population, organic load, water changes. Common issue: new tank syndrome, insufficient beneficial bacteria, ammonia spikes, excess waste or inadequate water changes, nitrite issues, incomplete cycle, inadequate beneficial bacteria. Tips for a healthy nitrogen cycle: regular water changes, maintain proper water parameters, monitor beneficial bacteria levels. How do you do that? We can't test for bacteria, you just know your fish is healthy. Avoid overstocking, provide adequate filtration and circulation. Okay. Let's try, how do I avoid crashing the nitrogen cycle? Or let's just see what it says about fish husbandry, and we can go to the avoiding crashing the nitrogen cycle later. So let's just see how to keep goldfish, right? We see if I tell you to put a goldfish in an unfiltered bowl. Environment. Tank size, minimum 20 gallons per fish. That's about 80 liters. One goldfish needs 80 liters, and then about 40 liters for each additional goldfish, more or less. So that's nice. They tell you pretty clearly. Tank shape, longer and wider than tall goldfish are horizontal swimmers. Water temperature 18 to 24, pH 6.8 to 8.5. Water hardness, filter, good quality, adjustable flow rate. That's good advice. Heater is optional. Thermometer, lighting, low to moderate, gravel or substrate. Avoid sharp or coarse materials. Decorations, provide hiding places for visual interest. Regular water changes 10 to 20% weekly. You can make it more for goldfish. I think with goldfish you're looking more at 40% or so weekly. Diet, all solid stuff, high quality commercial flakes or pellets, supplement with frozen or live foods. Avoid overfeeding. Goldfish have small stomachs. Feed 2 to 3 times a day, only as much as they can consume of 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah, been all sorts of other tips as well. Tips and reminders: avoid keeping goldfish in bowls or small tanks. Don't mix goldfish with tropical fish. And just your regular fish keeping thing. Life expectancy can live up to 10 to 15 years. Okay, and some, not bad. I like that. Let's take another part of a fish keeping spectrum. How to keep discus. Let's see what they say. Keeping discus requires attention to their specific needs, right? Environment, tank size, minimum 30 gallons for 6 to 8 discus. I disagree there. Minimum for discus is a 55 gallon tank, a tank like the one I'm sitting next to here. If this is a bit higher than a standard 55, this would be okay. For 6 to 8 discus with a proper filtration, this can work. But 30 gallons is about a 3-foot tank, more or less. It'll be fine for juvenile discus, right? When you're just sort of growing them up, but it's definitely not a permanent home. So that I can't agree with. Not the right advice there. Now I've lost it here. Let's just see. The rest of it, regular water changes, weekly, even more weekly when they're growing up. All the normal things. If we look here, okay, more or less solid advice. Temperature, that's another thing that I'm checking here. 28 to 31 degrees Celsius, 82 to 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so they do have that right, you know, that's one thing about this, because they require high temperatures. So, except for the tank size, that bit is wrong. Okay, so we've got goldfish pretty much spot on. The discus with tank size, not so great. And then we had this thing about in the aquarium maintenance, change the filter media when necessary. That bit is a bit dicey, but for the rest is solid. So let me just type in, how do I avoid crashing the nitrogen cycle? Yo, the typing here is battling with my fingers. Crashing the nitrogen cycle. How do I avoid crashing the nitrogen cycle? Let's see. Avoiding a nitrogen cycle test. Pre-cycle precautions. Research and understand the nitrogen cycle. Set up a proper biological filter, e.g. canister, BioVic. Cycle tanks before introducing fish 4 to 6 weeks. Use beneficial bacteria supplements or media from an established tank. I'm not an artificial bacteria supplement guy or beneficial bacteria supplement guy. I'm a use media from an established tank kind of guy. But yeah, monitor water, check filter function, and clean and maintain as needed. Avoid overfeeding. Common causes of cycle crash: overstocking, insufficient beneficial bacteria, poor filtration, inadequate water changes, medication or chemical treatments, sudden crashes in water temperature or pH, filter maintenance or replacement issues. Filter maintenance or replacement issues. Yeah, that's the issue. Preventing cycle crashes, gradual stock additions, quarantine new fish. It's not going to do much to your cycle, but it is going to help you to not to have some unwelcome disease. Avoid sudden changes in water parameters. Sudden drop in pH, for instance, can cause a crash. Regularly clean and gravel vac. Monitor beneficial bacteria levels. Once again, how do you do that? Perform partial water changes during cleaning. Yeah. Recovering from a cycle crash, immediate water change, increase beneficial bacteria supplements. Adjust your maintenance cycle. Consult with experienced aquarists or pet store experts. All in all, let me just see, I saw something here. No, see cycle, check filter function, clean and maintain proper water circulation, avoid overfeeding. It just says here filter maintenance or replacement issues, and that's what can cause it, but it doesn't elaborate. All right, well, that's it. I'm not going to bore you any further with this. That's Meta AI. So more or less, you know, I wouldn't 100% depend on it, but some very solid advice there. But a few mistakes as well. You know, too small tank size for discus, for instance. And the main thing there, cleaning filters and replacing filters. That's a little bit too basic info, because you need to tell people if you're going to throw away all your filter media, you're going to have a cycle crash, or you're most likely. If I chucked away all the filter media in this tank, I might survive it, because over here we've got a very deep substrate, we've got a lot of plants, it's very well established, but it's highly stocked as well. So I'm probably going to have problems here if I just replace the filter media. So somewhere it has to say don't replace all the filter media at once, or wash the dirty filter media in aquarium water that you siphon out during maintenance. Well, that's it, guys. Tell me in the comment section, do you guys use AI? Do you think it's a good tool for aquariums? Do you have any interesting things to tell me where it's helped you in your hobby? But that's it for me tonight, or today, whenever you're watching this video. So I think the Meta AI, at least, it's a useful tool, but don't trust it completely. It's kind of like the aquarium forums. Go double check the information somewhere from a reputable website or a reputable source, and just double check it to make sure that you're getting the right information. Because if you follow this to the letter and had nothing else, if you were keeping discus, you might end up putting them in a too small tank. With goldfish, you would be golden. The tips, the equipment that you have to buy, it's all more or less spot on, sort of generalized advice. But if you just follow this, you may have inadvertently just cleaned your media once too often, or replace all the media and cause yourself a cycle crash. And that's an important little thing that was missing there. But it's, I would say my expectations weren't very high, and this has exceeded my expectations, but I'm not 100% onto it. Well, that's my take on Meta AI and fish keeping questions directed at our robot brain here. So until I see you guys again, keep on taking good care of those domestic denizens of the deep.